Hi there. So I'm going to make some cakes, but it's not about the cakes. It's about talking to you, chatting to you in general. And then maybe later I'm going to do a vlog in the, sort of cottage, cozy cottage after dark. That's what I'm going to do. But right now, so I've got some flour and some sugar in my bowl, and I'm going to add 3 eggs. I'm not telling you what cake is in case it's terrible, but anyway, I'm going to add 3 eggs to the mix and some butter, and I've got a little bit of water there on the, in case I need it, and I'm going to mix it thoroughly till I get a nice batter. Okay. I'm going to do it underneath here in secret. Ooh. Right. It's not that much of a secret. I'm just being dramatic. Looking good, actually. Anyway, need a little towel, don't I? Anyway, so this is another thing I want to show you. Let's just make sure that I'm in view, and I'll get a paper towel and move my secret ingredient. Okay, I'm back. So I got this gorgeous cake stand from a vintage shop. Not good. That goes there. Put all your cakes on, or your sandwiches or something. Anyway, and it got broke. Somehow it just gave way, the metal that holds the thing up. So my husband's going to fix it for me. He's going to do something else, so I'll show you that when it's done. But right now, I love it, and I'm going to put it there so you can see it. Right, here we go. I'll pop that in there. I've got my lovely candles going. I think I've got everything, so they just really need to, they need to go in the cake things, don't they? Anyway, look, I'll tell you, it's not about the cakes. I'm just doing this because, while I'm chatting to you. So yesterday, I had a wonderful day and a horrible day at the same time. So what happened was, I've got a friend. We've been friends since we were 2. And our grandmas lived next door to each other. And we've been friends for, I won't tell you how many years. It's a lot. It's over 60 between you and me. Don't tell her I told you. But anyway, all that time we've been friends, still friends. And the weird thing was that we both moved down to Cornwall. We didn't know each other was moving down to Cornwall. We just did. But anyway, so every now and again, well, about every month, if we can, we, look at this. We meet and go somewhere for lunch. So we went to this lovely bistro. This might be a bit stiff, this batter, actually. I wonder if I should... No, go on, I'll go along with it and we'll see what happens. Anyway, went to this lovely bistro called Birdie's. And the food was lovely and everything. And top and bottom, we had a lovely time, great meal. But on the way home, right away in the car, as soon as I got out of the bistro, I started to feel very ill. Ill, sweating. I felt sick. I was shaking. It was awful. My stomach was upset, the whole thing. and I could not wait to get home. And in the town, they've got 2 sets. They're doing a lot of work in the town, and they've got 2 sets of traffic lights. And I got stuck in each set for it's like, you know, those traffic lights where they've got a long, you know, like a long section in between the traffic lights. Well, it was one of those, and I was feeling very, very ill. Anyway, I worked out. I got home. I just took everything off. I was absolutely sweating, and I lay down on the couch and drank some water, and then I slept for about 3 hours, and I felt better when I got up. And we worked it out what it was. I forgot to ask for decaf coffee, and I'm not. Oh, what's that? And I'm not used to. I'm not used to coffee. I've been having decaf coffee for years, and let me just mix this a bit more. Found a bit of flour. Anyway, I worked it out. I had 2. What happened was my friend ordered. I went to the the toilet, and my friend ordered the coffee, and she got to order the decaf. I didn't think anything of it. I just, sort of somehow assumed that it was decaf, and it wasn't, and it was full strength coffee, and it made me so ill. It just shows you what coffee, caffeine, and there were 2 cups of it. I had 2 cups of it, and yeah, just shows you how caffeine, and what happens when, if you're used to having caffeinated coffee, your body gets used to it to a certain extent. Yeah, your body gets used to it. But when you've not had caffeine for years, and then you suddenly have 2 good belts of it, it makes you ill. Very ill. Anyway, thank God. Well, I started feeling better later, and I had a bite to eat. I thought I was never going to eat again. Mind you, that wouldn't hurt me, would it, for a while? But anyway, there we are. So that's what happened. And yeah, but other than that, we had a lovely time. Because I was, because food poisoning, if you got food poisoning, it strikes you within the hour, apparently. From what I've read, you start feeling ill within an hour of eating whatever it was that's made you ill. Anyway, so all was well in the end. All's well that ends well. So yeah, so you know what? I've been racking my brains today because you noticed in the shops, it's all Christmas. It's all Christmas stuff, isn't it? A bit early, isn't it, really? We've only just had bonfire night. Whoops. Anyway, it's all Christmas. And I've been thinking, and I've been taught, a few people have been mentioning that it's all commercial, isn't it? It's really commercial. And I was thinking of how you could have a lovely, make your Christmas a little bit more natural and countrified and lovely, And the first thing that you think of is that the gifts that you are gonna give. Whoops. well, handmade, homemade stuff. I mean, you know, even these cakes that I'm making now, in a beautiful box, you know, with something else, you know, you could buy something. I know I'm always on about it, but it's true. You know, like handmade sweets or chocolates. I've just made some not long ago. I did a video, and you couldn't. I'm not bragging or anything. You couldn't have got nicer chocolates if you paid a lot of money for them in the you know, handmade chocolate shop. You couldn't have done it because they were absolutely gorgeous. So you know, a box with some beautiful cakes in it. And I mean, the cakes they could be Christmassy. You could make these. Let's get these in the oven in a minute. You could make these, but make them. These are not Christmassy, but you could make Christmas cakes and ice them and put lovely little things on top and put them in a beautiful box. Line the box with gorgeousness, and you know, that kind of thing. You could make. I've done another video. I'll put a picture up if I can while I'm, you know. And I made a Christmas star out of the willow. You know, I've been cutting the willow tree at the front. I've got two. Let's get these in the oven a sec, and then we can carry on chatting. That gorgeousness was from Lidl's, and I don't know what it cost. Maybe £3. So if you know the plant, you know, the person you're giving the present to are plant lovers, then what a lovely gift with your cakes. What's wrong with that? Here's another example. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is bergamot and oud. Oh my God, that is gorgeous. Somebody gave that to me. I'd be over the moon. So, tray of cakes, box of cakes, Christmas cakes or otherwise, candle wrapped beautifully. Because now these candles are coming in the most gorgeous containers. You know, that's a beautiful colour for the bergamot. Unbelievable, unbelievable. The smell is just, oof. But anyway, so yeah, so cakes and plants and candles and wicker things. You know, I recently did a video. I'll show it to you. I'll insert it while I'm talking. You know, I'll do another little clip of it and insert it. Wicker things. You know, if you happen to have the right shrubs in your garden or, you know, trees, willow trees and things. But, well, yeah, I'm trying to get away from buying things, you see. I mean, obviously, the plants and you have to buy, but the cakes, homemade cakes. And who doesn't love homemade cakes? I mean, you know, I make quite a few things, but I still would always, somebody else's stuff always tastes better, doesn't it? Have you noticed? Coffee's good, and it's decaf. But anyway, yeah, somebody else's stuff, food always tastes different, even if it's the same as you know. The chocolates, the wicker, anything like ornaments that you could make. If you've got flowers in your garden, dry them when they're finished in the summer. You know, just hang them upside down in your kitchen or something. Of course, these gifts are only suitable for people that appreciate nature and people that appreciate country style. You know, if you're into, I don't know, very expensive perfumes and very expensive jewellery, gold jewellery and things like that, you might not be impressed by, you know. And another thing, now this I absolutely love. If somebody, I know it got broken, but it, you know, when I got it, it was gorgeous. If somebody gave that to me, no matter, I'd be over the moon, because it's unusual. It's, you know, and you could get things from a vintage shop or a second-hand shop, or if it's in perfect condition. This kind of thing, it's in absolutely perfect condition. This kind of thing, people only use when they, usually now and again, unless it's in a cafe or something. But the ordinary everyday householder, usually if they've got something like this, cake stands and things, they just come out on high days and holidays, don't they? So if you find one in a you know, a second-hand shop, vintage shop, or car boot sale or something like that, usually they're in good condition. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? How about that when it was, you know, when it's put together with a box of cakes? What about that? That's an unusual present, that is. So during the year, you could go around to charity shops, vintage shops, antique shops, whatever, car boot sales, and look for the specific thing that you know that person is into. You know, if all the house is all country style, you know they're going to like something made of wicker or some dried flower arrangement or anything, and then put something lovely with it. You know, I mean, if you know they're into plants, something like this. Do you know what? I bet that I could make a gift for anyone that was into this kind of thing for £8 to £10, and it would be lovely. Be lovely. Don't know what I paid for this. Probably about £5. So if you stick that with a box of cakes, you're probably under £10. I mean, if you know that people collect old china, for instance, a beautiful bone china cup and saucer, and some chocolates. I could go on forever, but I reckon that I could make easy, way under £10 per person. Sometimes even maybe £5 per person. So there we are. I mean, these candles, they're not the Yankee candles, the expensive ones. They're about £10 each, aren't they? You know, they're gorgeous, but they're, so is that. If you could smell that, oh, bergamot, gorgeous. About £3. £3 for that candle. Just under £3. About £3 for the plant. £6. You could even afford to throw in a few chocolates, handmade chocolates in a lovely, even if you had like about 6 of them, handmade chocolates in a small, beautiful box. That's probably still under £10. No, there's no need for all this rushing around, getting conned into Christmas. And you know, some people, they they get their Christmas on credit, you know, like and they're paying for it all year. It's different when you've got children. I'm not talking about when there's children involved. You know, you have to buy the children toys and what have you. Of course, children now, they're not happy with, you know, at all. They want iPads, 400 quid plus, you know, the latest phone. God knows what that costs. I've still got the old, I'm perfectly happy with my, I don't know, number 7. It's an iPhone, but it's like Series 7 or something like that. They're on about 15 now, aren't they, or 16, whatever. But I'm quite happy with that. It takes a good picture and it's a phone. When I go out, I've got a phone. That's all I'm interested in, because I do like my iPad. I've got an iPad and I really love that. I use that all the time. But then I'm making videos, aren't I? So, you know. But another thing that you could make, and I'll insert pictures because I've done all this and I've got them in, you know, in videos. Another thing, get a beautiful clear glass vase and put some pebbles in it and some, you know, bit of soil, bit of compost, and some little plants. If you're a plant grower like me, I mean, I've just given a whole bunch away to make room in my greenhouse. But if you are like me and you grow a lot of plants, make a beautiful terrarium for somebody who likes plants. Because chances are they might like plants, but they haven't got a terrarium. Anyway, okay, loads of things so you can do. There we are. So the cake's a lemon, and the drizzle went wonky donkey, but it's there. It's like I put too much water in it, too much lemon juice, and it's not white. But anyway, there you go. Not to worry, they'll be gone in a jiff. Right, so there we are. So I enjoyed chatting to you. I always do. Maybe you'll in the comments. It would be lovely if you could let me know what kinds of things you want me to talk about, because, you know, I can talk about most things, can't I? And I was planning on doing, the next video will be a sort of the cottage after dark, you know. I mean, let me know if you want any ghost stories or supernatural stuff, or just generally chatting about life, you know. Let me know in the comments what you like, because I know everybody likes, you know, different things. Anyway, so there we are. I'll get my husband to fix this cake stand, but I guarantee you, before he does, those cakes are gone, because I've had one and they are nice. I'll be honest with you. So there we are. So I'll see you next time. Meanwhile, lots and lots of love from the land of mist and legend. Oh, by the way, quite a lot of people have been asking me to get back to my usual chatty videos, so I hope you're pleased with this one. I'll put in a few silent ones here and there, but they're going to be mainly, you know, chatty ones, like what you've been used to. So I'll say bye for now, and I'll see you next time.